What up, people? This is Unbuckled Discussions. I'm here at one of the places to vote for the referendum for an Aboriginal voice to Parliament. Vote yes, they say, the government, and there's a few people saying vote no, so let's go find out why. Let's get unbuckled with our discussions. Yeah, unbuckled discussion. Unbuckled discussions. This is Unbuckled Discussions. Unbuckled Discussions. Unbuckled Discussions. Unbuckled Discussions. Welcome to Unbuckled Discussions. Excuse me, would you mind sharing your opinion about the Voice of Parliament for an interview channel?
I have to go.
That's all good.
Most people have to go today.
And who am I talking to?
I'm all good, man.
Are you all good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Would you mind,
Thank you.
so far I got 3 no's to interviews. Excuse me, would you like to share your opinion?
Please.
No problem, sir. What about the fact that there is a referendum? Can you share your thoughts at the fact that there is one?
I think it's a whole process.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Then why are you here today?
All this because I am against it. I just think it's just a whole waste of money. This money could have been gone onto a lot of other places.
And do you think it's going to have any outcome?
Look, it's going to divide everybody, and it's either way, yes or no. It's still not going to be happening.
So I've been asking people, I asked people standing out the front, some promoting the vote yes, some promoting the vote no, and they all didn't want to, except the one lady. She was willing to share her thoughts. And I think I've asked about 10 people now coming to vote, and they've all shut me down and said no. So I'll keep going. We'll find someone. Place number 2, Stafford. Let's see if people are more open to talking. People are a bit standoffish there. But that was at 1 year. Yeah, they just didn't want to have it. It felt tense. The environment felt tense. And I'm talking from the people handing out pamphlets. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I could have misread the situation. But yeah, let's see what Stafford is like. It looks a lot busier. Excuse me, sir, would you mind sharing your opinion about the Voice to Parliament?
Yeah, I voted yes.
You voted yes?
Yes.
May I ask why you voted yes?
Oh, I think it's time that they should be recognized in the Constitution.
And why did you vote? Did you vote because you wanted to or because you had to?
I wanted to.
And what do you think about the people pushing the vote no?
Well, that's their choice, but I think that's the least we can do.
Yeah. And so you're an immigrant to Australia, right?
Yeah, from Fiji.
From Fiji?
Yeah.
Do you believe that you should have the right to vote on whether the original people of the country get a voice in their own country?
Yeah, if things had gone okay, then we wouldn't be having this referendum now. But because it hasn't happened, so I think all citizens have the right.
And do you think it's going to make much of a difference?
I hope so.
You hope so,
Yeah.
but you're not sure?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Thank you for your time.
No worries.
I appreciate it. Hey, so far, Stafford is friendlier. He straight up told me he voted yes. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go unbuckle this situation. Let's go discuss. Excuse me, ladies, would you mind sharing your opinion about the Voice to Parliament? So why, you can hold it.
Oh,
See,
okay.
Yeah, you reach for it. So why are you voting?
Because I believe it's an important issue
Yeah.
and something that we need to acknowledge better.
Why is it an important issue?
Because we need to have better relationship with the owners of the land, the traditional.
Do you truly believe that they still own the land?
Well, I think they were the first owners, and
Yeah.
it's not. We haven't really done much to acknowledge that, and if anything, we've harmed them.
True. Here's an out there question. If you had the power to give the full control of Australia, I'm talking mines, money, capital, incoming immigration, etc., to the elders of Aboriginal people, and all of us, I'm an immigrant, you're an immigrant, we're pretty much all immigrants,
Yeah.
were to go home, would you do that? Would you give them the power?
Well, I wouldn't give the power to one individual, one group. I think Parliament should represent the whole of Australia, and right now we're not representing Aboriginal people.
Yeah.
So
But
that's my
you
thought.
still believe in the current parliamentary system, though?
There's definitely need for improvement, but I would say compared to other countries, it's better.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. And last question, why?
Yeah.
What do you think about the people pushing the vote no?
I think there was, like, in marketing and things like that, there's been a lack of communication, and this is not going to sound very good, but I watched a TikTok and it was talking about the women's right to vote, and a lot of the arguments that were going against voting yes are coming up in similar. It's based on assumptions, not facts. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your opinion. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Cheers. So the first two people I asked, actually one dude said no, but still, that was 2 yeses in a pretty short space of time. Stafford is a lot friendlier than Bunya, or maybe just more confident in their opinion. So may I ask why you voting?
I was seconded to an Indigenous group, accompany First Nations media out in Central Australia, and just learn a lot about their issues and what they're dealing with. So I see this as an opportunity just to improve the lives for Indigenous people.
So there's a lot of concern that it's not going to actually, from certain people voting no, from what I've heard, it's not going to actually do anything. Do you think that's true?
I think it's true that some people believe that, but my perspective is it's not working at the moment, and this is a low risk proposition, so we need to try something different.
Do you think this might be a way for the Australian government to justify the past and not actually relinquish any control or change the system, but to make themselves feel better, maybe?
Well, I see that it came from Indigenous people, and it's a request from them to do this as part of the Uluru dialogue and a statement of the heart. So yeah, no, I'd disagree with that as a proposition, and I'd say this is actually coming from Indigenous leaders.
Oh really? I didn't know that actually. So it did come from Indigenous leaders initially. Assuming you had all the power, hypothetically, to give Australia, all control of Australia, immigration, finances, mining, everything, to the Aboriginal leaders, would you do it?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Well, we've got...
They owned the land originally, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I think we've moved a long way from there, and there's been arguments around, being one Australia and so forth. I think they really deserve a voice for pieces of legislation and so forth that impact their lives. But I think that would be a whole other discussion.
You believe they've got a right to a voice in Australia. So you also believe that us as offspring of the colonizers also have a right to be in Australia?
Yeah, and I think visitors, immigrants here now, refugees, I think we've all got a right to be here.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Excuse me, sir, could I get your time to understand your opinion? No problem. Excuse me, ma'am, could I get some time to understand your opinion?
Sorry.
No problem. Think about this slogan for the vote no, the voice of division. What do you think they mean by that?
I think they mean that there'll be this will divide the country. But if they really want to think about it, this country is already divided by race. We are a racist country. I think it will, instead of dividing us, it should unify us. The vote saying division divides us more. People will look at that and say division.
Do you think a voice to at the end of the day, those are actions of individuals that have an opinion, and having a voice in the parliament might not change their opinion or the way they act?
That you may say that, but that is done by politicians. That was done during Pauline Hanson's time, and she was a politician. And that divided people. People listened to politicians, and they said, yes, these people come from overseas, they take our jobs.
Yeah.
And so they listen to politicians who divide us.
So you think the country is well and truly already divided, so their slogan becomes obsolete?
Yeah, we are divided. And because look at the First Nations problems they have. Look at how far behind they are in so many areas, education, health. And so it's really a discrimination because they're behind.
Do you think it could ever return though? Because now return back to the way it was, because if you look at it now, most Aboriginals that I know have English names of some sort. They can't speak their language. Few of them know their heritage. but they're very much disconnected with their culture, which was the goal, I think, of the colonist government at the time. Like,
well, it depends on where you go, doesn't it? Because if you go to Darwin, they definitely speak their language. They definitely have their Aboriginal names. Further north here, Brisbane, who have their Aboriginal names, they recognise who their Aboriginal
so
tribes
I just haven't travelled enough. I'm pretty ignorant.
They do recognise their history.
Yeah.
Yes, it has taken away a lot from them, and that is very sad in itself.
Well, thank you for your opinion. I really appreciate it. I've learnt a lot from you.
Oh, I don't think so.
But thank you. Thank you for your modesty as well.
Okay.
Margaret says vote yes, guys.
Okay.
I asked why the vote no people that I've asked have been reluctant to give me their opinion, and you came up to the point that there's like judgment on Facebook and you feel like there's been abuse.
Yes, there's abuse on both sides. There's people who call, people, they call the no voters racist. They call them, they run them down.
Which is wrong, right?
Yeah, it's wrong because, no voters are entitled to an opinion. Yes, voters are entitled to an opinion. It's just, you've just got to be nice and respectful to each other.
Yeah. If only everybody could be like that in the world. Oaks, we're here at Cooper's Plains. Let's see if we can find some no people's opinions. And we'll wrap it up until referendum day.
I'm supporting the no campaign because I believe that it's a form of apartheid. And that we're dividing the country when we don't need to divide the country. Look, I don't mind people, if they want to vote yes or no, as long as they've thought about it and as long as they've got a well-reasoned argument.